Okay, so let's talk about creating a membership and a subscription model because this can definitely still be an option for your business. The idea behind this is it can be supportive of your main offer. So, for example, if you have a main course that you're busy building and it takes time to build, there are things that you can do in the meantime. So, the benefits being it is a steady stream of income and it's something that can be quite reliable as well. So that can certainly help when it comes to sorting out your cash flow. There's a bit more predictability with it. And once something is created, it's really easy to just keep it on rinse and repeat, keep selling. Now, with subscription models, subscribers, they definitely get this strong sense of loyalty. They're committed to you. They love what you do and they tend to keep buying from you. So anybody that's purchased from you once definitely becomes your hot audience, not just warm, but they're far more likely to keep buying from you again. And having that continuous interaction, now it doesn't need to be in person. This continuous interaction can also be through email nurturing, for example. But it means that you can start to understand what people take action on. And when you're looking at the analytics in the back, you can see which emails people have particularly opened, maybe something that they've purchased, or maybe where they're at within your course. Having people within a network, within a subscription model, it actually reduces what's known as the churn. That's where people are cancelling or switching to other competitors, for example. So it really is good for client retention. And it also means that you can have different tiers. So, for example, in our IBS course, that was a bronze tier and also a gold tier as well. So you can have different sections, you can have different offers, different tiers. It just depends on what you want for your business, really. So there's different things that you can do. So the amazing thing about being in this line of work is that it's really easy for us to create simple meal plans, for example, meal plan subscriptions, especially if you're part of something like That Clean Life. That's one offer, but there's also different meal planning softwares. And it means that you can create these customized meal plans based on dietary preferences, their goals, maybe some dietary restrictions. If a client is looking for, say, a low oxalate diet, it's really specific and you will come up in the searches and it's something that you can offer, maybe along with some advice. It could be that they want meal plans consistently, and this could be something that's delivered week by week. Maybe they're paying monthly for this, or maybe they're paying weekly, whatever works for people. The other thing is you can offer regular consultations. So it could be a set number of consultations per month or even per year. Or there's different ways of running support. When I initially ran my Achieving Optimum Health course, it was all via email. I didn't have it within a course platform like this. And I was able to support people, week on week with their health, with different aspects of the health. And that was mainly through emails. Now, that is something that people will definitely pay for. It's really helpful when they're seeking that expertise and that guidance. You can also do workshops. These could be online. They can definitely also be in person as well. And it's an exclusive area, and it's where you're doing a deep dive into a specific subject. And this is really using your expertise. This is not just something that you're putting out on the internet. So this is for the people that have subscribed, and it's offering something really quite unique and in depth on a particular topic. And of course, they've got access straight to you. So typically this would be run via Zoom, and it's only those that are invited because they've paid. So they get the link and they can come and access this in-depth talk, something that really would be of value to them. The benefit of that is you have maybe a month to actually prepare something like that as well. But also you could do specific courses in, say, nutrition or weight management, healthy aging or menopause, whatever it may be, you can do mini courses. So it's very dependent on your type of audience, of course. Think as well about people wanting something different, not just a meal plan, but maybe they're wanting nutritious snack ideas or family snacking ideas. Maybe they need cooking videos. Doing something like these video tutorials in creating healthy meals is really powerful as well. Another thing you could do is have monthly nutrition challenges, for example. So the people that are subscribing to the service means that they're paying you. You can give them prizes, there can be incentives for completion. And these prizes should actually be quite big prizes as well, because it's something that's motivating somebody. It's great for having that sense of community among the people that are part of this offer that you've got. You may collaborate with a company that does meal deliveries. We have a really good one with us, and that's something that I did, is I became an affiliate for them because what they were delivering, no one else was doing at the time. This is going back a while now. And they were offering dairy-free options and gluten-free and vegan if people wanted it. And so that collaboration was really powerful. I was earning from it. They were paying through me and me actually to them, because at the time they didn't have a way of doing affiliates. And that worked really well. You can negotiate special rates for your specific subscribers. But other things that you can have as well might be an ebook on specific topics. And it could be on erectile dysfunction, it could be on menopause. It's something comprehensive, basically, that might include guides on where to shop for certain foods, for example, or how to read certain food labels, or how to eat really healthily, which restaurants people can choose that would support what they're trying to achieve with that meal plan. And then the other thing that you can do is to create these really high quality nutritional supplement packages. And it could be that you've sourced different ones that fit really nicely together, and maybe you're able to offer a discount. So if they're coming from different sources, you definitely need to have an image that incorporates all of them together so it looks like it's one package. And you could have these on subscription for somebody. So they're ordering this through your site and you're making sure that you fulfill that order. The other thing is actual group programs. I think they work really well. Again, whether this is in person or something that is online as part of your community, having everybody together, all going through the same thing at the same time is really powerful. With my detox course at the moment, that sense of community, everybody going through it and all experiencing things like the healing crisis all at the same time, has been good because it started conversations between people. They're chatting, and I've noticed they're emailing each other and including me in that email as well, which is really nice because it's a three-way thing. And they get the resolution that they're after. They're asking for advice, but also they're sharing their experiences. So I think that can work really well. And this isn't just about your clients. Think as well on a bigger scale with something like corporate wellness. You can have a company that has their own login, and their entire company can access key things about health. It could be that on their lunch and learns, the person that's delivering it, if it's not going to be you, can then access the resource materials for that, maybe some of the meal plans. That whole resource area is accessible by the leader of the corporate wellness within the team. So it could be that you're helping them specifically, or the individual members all have the same access code and can get into a certain area of your site where it's hosting all of the resources. So there's different things that you can offer here, and they all have different price points, and lower price points are easier to sell. However, you have to sell many of them, but creating mini offers is really powerful. It can work really well. One piece of advice, though, is that it takes as much effort to launch a mini product as it does a major £5,000 course. So just bear that in mind. But these are the different types of things you could do, be it, a book or an ebook that you're releasing, or maybe these are full-blown trainings and memberships. Maybe you trained the trainer. Maybe there's some group consulting, actual workshops. You can put yourself out there for talks and even one-on-one consulting. So they have different price points, and it just depends what you're wanting. If you're still creating your bigger offer, then you might want to create something smaller for now that can be selling, that's literally rinse and repeat. So that could be an ebook, or it could be a package of products, for example. The system for this is always the same. We have to capture somebody's attention wherever that advert is, be it on your social media. It has to drive somebody to take action and then land on your sales page. And this sales page really should explain what that whole offer is. Within there, you can have a video, It could be something that they can basically take action upon. So when it's speaking to them and it's resonating with them, that's when someone's going to take action. So the sales page doesn't normally have the checkout on it. The taking action means that they've said internally yes, and they press the button, and then they go through to the order page. So the order page is the checkout. It's where you've attached your payment. You might have a brief summary, bullet points of what it is that they're getting. They fill in their details and it takes payment. Now at this point, you can do an upsell. There's two things you can do. One is called a bump offer and one is called an upsell. So a bump offer requires very little thought and they can just add it to their basket to check out. So it could be alongside that ebook for another X amount of pounds, you can get this included. Do you want that? And they just tick it and it goes straight into the cart. An actual upsell page is another sales page. So before they complete their purchase, they then read a whole new sales page, usually about an offer that is more expensive. So maybe they've bought something for 97 and an actual upsell page is selling them into a £500 course, for example. The next page they land on is the thank you. And this gives them instruction as to what happens next. So maybe it's to register, or maybe it's to go and check their email, or maybe you're providing the download straight on that thank you page. So the journey really begins when your prospective client becomes aware of you, aware of your services, or even this broader category of the solutions that you provide. And this is often the first point of contact with your brand. So your branding is really important here. It does really need to stand out. And it needs to be the same with that consistency throughout, be it an article that you've written, an advert, a webinar, a podcast, a paid search, or landing pages. So if someone's struggling with chronic fatigue, maybe they end up landing on an article that you've written. Maybe it's about adrenal health, or maybe they see a targeted ad about your upcoming webinar on energy restoration. So at this stage, the goal is just simply to get noticed. It's just planting that seed of curiosity that says there's something here worth exploring. There is another way to maybe what your doctor has told you. So the takeaway is to make sure that that message is really clear and targeted, and it's speaking specifically to a person with that health issue. And then once they're actually aware of you, this is the interest stage. The next step is then to deepen their understanding and start to really build intrigue about how you can approach, about how your approach is different and how it can fit very easily into their life. Not much effort, some change, not huge changes. So this is where the content that you're putting on your site is really important. So it could be the actual website content, the newsletters that you put out, the social media posts, really informative blogs, really value-rich emails. So these are all ways that you're deepening somebody's understanding of what it is that you actually have to offer. So let's say that client with a chronic fatigue, they might follow you on Instagram after reading your article. Maybe they then see your posts explaining how poor sleep cycles or even dietary habits end up contributing to fatigue. Or maybe they subscribe to your newsletter and it's actually got those actionable tips in there. So at this stage, your role is about educating and nurturing them and really offering value-packed insights that keep them engaged and they want to learn more from you. This is how you're actually building your authority. It's the know, like, and trust factor. What you're delivering gives value and it's very actionable. So this is important that you really show up with relevant and relatable content, because that's strengthening that connection and it is positioning you as that trusted authority in that potential client's mind. So showing up could be relevant, relatable content, like on a weekly Instagram post, for example, with those actionable tips to managing stress, or even hosting a monthly live Q&A session on Zoom to answer common client questions, or sending a bi-weekly newsletter filled with client success stories and health insights, or maybe creating short TikTok videos that demystify the complex health topics like the gut-brain connection. Maybe you reply thoughtfully in other people's Facebook posts or even direct messaging. It's just about engaging in conversations that are in those relevant Facebook groups. It's just about offering advice, but really building that visibility as well. That's where it can be really helpful to have some either really good blogs or something of value like a download that really fits your niche. So 3 to 5 that can then be sent out and it's of value to somebody, you can pass that over to them. The next step is like the desire, really, because once interest is peaked, the goal is to shift to creating this emotional connection and this genuine desire for your offerings, especially if you have just given them something for free. People almost feel obliged to return the service. It's quite interesting. If you give them something of value, they literally become your best friend and they will message you back and thank you. And especially when you check in on them as to how they've been getting on with their health condition and whether they took action on what it was that you gave them for free. You can showcase ebooks, lead magnets, brochures, video content, all showing why you're different. So this is your unique approach. It's why within the academy, we very specifically talk about your pillars of your business, which are the foundations of the way that you work, because this makes you stand out from other people. So let's take that same client with chronic fatigue, and they've been following this journey and the downloads. They've got your ebook, the 5 essential steps to overcome fatigue, or they've been watching short video series you've created. So they're used to you now. They have heard you, maybe they've seen how you write. So these tools are providing these valuable insights, but they're also deepening the belief that you have the solution that they've been looking for. And it's interesting because there may be many people within your niche, but we really resonate with people. It's not about content, it's about the how to do something. And if you're the person that's going to hold their hand and help them along the way, they will take action. This desire part is all about storytelling and also demonstrating outcomes. So you're really showing them that that transformation is possible and you're painting this picture of what their lives could literally look like, but with your guidance. And then it's time to take action. And this is the typical funnel that we see, the AIDA: attention, interest, desire, and action. And this action stage is taking the people that have followed you all throughout the other stages, and you're moving them from curiosity and desire into real action. So this is important at this point for the case studies, the testimonials, the e-learning options, memberships, or subscription services. So what is your offer? What is it that you want them to take action on? So our fatigued client sees a compelling testimonial from someone just like them who has reclaimed their energy and vitality by working with you. Or they might watch a case study of a client who transformed their health through your group program. They're literally tangible examples of success. And it's that really that can tip the scales, and it gives them the confidence to take that next step. Now, that could be booking a discovery call, or it could be purchasing your course, or signing up for a membership, or signing up for a subscription, whatever it might be. So this action phase, it's actually not just about selling, it's showing proof at this point, because when potential clients see results from others, they can put themselves in their shoes and they're far more likely to trust that you can deliver it for them as well. I would say, the global subscription economy grew 435% in the last 9 years. 78% of consumers prefer to spend money on experiences or, these ongoing services rather than a one-time purchase. So that's quite interesting. People would rather have a monthly outgoing than something that they just buy once. And subscription models have 5 times higher customer retention than one-off services. And businesses with recurring revenue streams grow 2.5 times faster than those relying on one-time sales. I mean, they're quite powerful figures. So the subscription model, it's not just a trend, it's definitely the future of a scalable health practice and a sustainable health practice as well. And clients, they're increasingly seeking convenience because we're all busy, but they want personalization. They also want that ongoing support as well. So a subscription model really does meet those demands, really, but it also helps you to build a more profitable business. I would look at what you can do in order to support this. You're really looking at identifying your clients' biggest pain points. So give your audience that clear step. What should they do after, achieving all of these things, all these little nuggets that you've been giving them? So if you're ready to start implementing this subscription model, think about these biggest pain points. So this could be alongside what it is that you're going to be offering as your main course, or your main course could be the subscription model. Choose one type of offering. So it could be the meal plan, something that's quick and easy, and you can outsource a lot of this. You don't have to create everything yourself. It could be a wellness challenge. It could be a group program, and it's just about taking those little steps in order to get there. Outline your subscription product and think about what's going to be the price of that. Typically, the lower subscriptions can work quite well. Think about the delivery method. Is that going to be by email? Is it going to be through your platform? And think about how you want to engage with those people that are going to make these purchases, and then test it. With everything, we need to do a beta testing model, because it's amazing what feedback people give, and then you can start refining along the way. The most important thing is it's about creating that lasting impact and making sure that you're supporting people along the way. The issue that people have with just purchasing a one-off is it gets forgotten. But having that consistent support from you, and you always popping up for them, be it via email with the next email plan, or via email with the next offer on the products that you've created as a product package, or it's a product package on subscription, whatever it may be, it really does foster that connection with somebody. So decide if there's something that you could offer that could be of huge value for the type of person that you wish to work with, because it really does create this thriving practice. It's a win-win. It's helping your clients, and it also serves to support you. Key takeaways: a steady revenue stream. It really does help to keep your clients' loyalty. You can be there across different platforms for them, or just within one space. It does give you that competitive advantage because people think of you, and because you're always there, they're going to recommend you to other people as well. But remember, there's different elements to this: the attention, the interest, the desire, and action. And I think sometimes we think that once we've created something, it should go straight to action, and it doesn't work like that. So it is important that we really work on that attention and building that interest and creating that desire so that they take action.